Hello friends, welcome back to my next video. Today I am excited about sharing another story with all of you on honesty, as I had mentioned in my earlier video. This story is about Abraham Lincoln, long before he became the famous president of USA. He was well known in his community as an honest man. He began as a store clerk and served neighbors who came to purchase coffee, flour, cloth, and other items for their families. One evening, as Lincoln closed the store and accounted for the day's sales, he discovered that he had given an incorrect amount of change to one of his customers. He had given her approximately 6 pennies too few, not a large sum of money. Would she know? Her home was about 5 kilometers from the store. If he took her the money, he would have to walk along a dirt road in the darkness of the night. Abraham Lincoln demonstrated his integrity by bringing her the missing pennies. On another day, a customer bought tea leaves at the store just before it closed. The next morning, Abe discovered that the wrong weights had been used in the scale and the lady had received less tea than she had paid for. As soon as Abe realized the error, he measured the correct amount of tea. Then he actually closed the store down and personally delivered the rest of the tea. His integrity was known by all those in the region because of his commitment to doing what was right. Admiring friends and neighbors nicknamed him Honest Abe. During those years, there were many slaves in America. They had little or no opportunity to become respected citizens of their country. Furthermore, Lincoln recognized that many slaves in the United States were treated harshly, sometimes very cruelly. Many people did not want to give freedom to slaves, but Lincoln said that mistreating slaves was morally wrong. When he became President of the United States, he led the battle to end slavery throughout the country. He succeeded in freeing the slaves, but it cost him his life. He was shot by an angry man who did not want slaves to be freed. Honest Abe is honored throughout the world for his personal integrity. Although many people opposed him, he kept the country from splitting into two rival nations. To this day, Honest Abe is the only president of the USA whose nickname includes such a complimentary character trait. Therefore, integrity inspires honesty, sincerity, purity, virtue, and fairness. Now let us see how integrity shows through these characteristics. Firstly, we demonstrate integrity by speaking with honesty. For example, students demonstrate integrity when they are truthful to their parents and teachers. Secondly, integrity also shows in a person's sincerity. Sincerity means being genuine rather than deceitful or hypocrite. Its Latin root sincerus, which means without wax. The meaning grew from the deceitful sales practice in which the cracks in broken pottery was sometimes covered and filled with wax. The pottery was then sold as if unbroken. Therefore, wise buyers looked for pottery that was sincerus, that is, without wax, genuine. Students display integrity when they and their work are sincere. Thirdly, integrity calls for behavioral consistency, purity. If a student is only honest, sometimes that means dishonesty is mixed with honesty. Purity means being separated from dissimilar elements, unmixed with polluting materials, uncompromised by moral defilement. Incorruptibility is one step beyond purity. It refers to maintaining purity by standing firmly against impurity. For example, students show integrity when they resist the temptation to cheat during exams or to take unfair advantage of other students. Fourthly, integrity requires the person to distinguish between right and wrong behavior and choose to do what is right. This aspect of integrity is called virtue. Fifthly, we show integrity when our actions are impartial, just, and consistent with accepted standards. A justice system exists to encourage integrity by administering laws fairly. Here are a few activities which you could do with your students. First, after narrating the story of Abraham Lincoln, you could ask them the following questions. How did Abraham Lincoln demonstrate honesty as a young man? How would you feel and what would you do in each situation? How did Abraham Lincoln demonstrate integrity as a president? These questions will help the students to identify areas in which they need to make changes. The second activity is called a spider web of lies. The goal of this activity is to demonstrate how lies trap us. The children will see that what starts as a small lie continues to grow until it entangles many people. So make the children sit in a circle, make up a story that illustrates how one lie leads to another. Use a string or yarn to represent the lie. Every time a lie is told or repeated in a story, the student holding the ball of string repeats the lie, wraps the string around himself or herself, and then hands the ball of string to the next person. As the story continues, the web keeps growing and trapping more and more students. End the activity by explaining that the web is untangled only by being truthful. Illustrate this by going back step by step, telling the truth and untangling the web as you go. Third activity is an homework assignment based on honesty. The purpose is to make the students aware of the risks and shame of dishonesty. Ask the students to share stories from the newspaper or TV about people who have committed dishonest acts. Collect the information and make a classroom chart with these columns or a PowerPoint presentation with these slides. First column, name and occupation of the dishonest person. Second column, the dishonest action. Third column, consequences the dishonest person faces. Fourth column, what the student thinks of the consequences. So teachers, I hope you are able to make a difference in the lives of these precious children who are the next generation of our community and our nation. All the best. Bye for now. Looking forward to seeing you all next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you still haven't.